with the declaration that Trump made concerning Jerusalem becoming the capital of Israel. Now that's a major prophecy being fulfilled. The prophecy being the least of the flock shall draw them out.
That's right.
All right, and this is causing big turmoil, a lot of controversy. All right, what Trump just did, he just spilled oil on more fire.
Yep.
Because that region was already a big hot spot. He just made it more hot with that declaration.
Yep.
Okay. Now, understanding what's going on over there, it's predominantly Ishmael and Amalek over there, and they both are fighting for a land that don't belong to them.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go back into history, going back to 1948, you know, when the UN they voted on, the state of Israel, you know, declaring Israel as a state, you know, Palestine and Israel. That was what it was originally intended for, two states: Palestine, Arab Palestine, and Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerusalem was never supposed to be. It was never supposed to be claimed to a particular state. It was supposed to be an international regime. But what happened was, after the vote happened and they declared, you know, Israel as a state and Palestine as a state, both sides, which you got Amalek and Ishmael, which they both believe, they both think that they children of the promise, but they both are fighting for the land of Israel and predominantly the land of Jerusalem. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, that's considered, you know, the Mecca of the earth. But the real people of Jerusalem are not in that land. So that's why you can just know off top that it's bullshit that this devil, this toupee wearing, dragon face, arrogant faggot, fake tooth wearing Trump, all right, that asshole, for him to declare Jerusalem as the capital, that's utter bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's why these two nations are fighting, and that declaration, that proud ass declaration, caused so much turmoil. Because, hey, why you think that president of Egypt, going back to 1952, mm-hmm. when he said Gamal Abdul Nasser?
I think it's like Jamal, but anyway.
But yeah, well, why do you think he said what he said? Mm-hmm. Where he said you will never have peace, mm-hmm. because the Jews left white and left black and came back white. Salakia. Yep. He said you'll never have peace, and you'll never basically have respect, man, because you are not the people of that land. That's the reason why there's war. There's been continual wars over there since they've been in that land and since they declared Israel as a state, mm-hmm. by the eligibility going back to Great Britain, because it was England that helped them with that project.
Yeah, to help write that up.
Because that was the elites was going to use that land as the epicenter for their Zionism.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's what this is all boiled down to, and basically the Arab world or the Islamic world is threatened by that.
Yep.
So that's why it's about to be hell on earth. Okay,
yep.
That's why you're seeing all those violent protests happening over there right now. They throwing rocks and bottles and Molotov bombs, Molotov cocktails. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Israelis shooting skyrockets, killing people. Mm-hmm. You know, the Israeli forces, shooting down Palestinian protesters. It's going down right now, man. And all these different nations, even America's allies, what Trump just did, it actually put them in a different space with America. Because even the EU don't agree with that.
Yep.
All right.
Because if I may say, bro, who gave this devil the right to be able to just declare whatever he wants? Yeah. But that proves that's who's running the world. Yeah. You know, and that's why the scriptures tell you. That's how you know America's Babylon the Great. Exactly.
It's known as the hammer of the earth.
Yep.
Okay. Would nation have this type of power and influence
on the world
that you can make such a declaration? You can declare a nation outside of your own country as a capital of an entire country.
Proving that's who's running the world, because like we always bring up, they wear suits at the UN United Nations table, right? They wear that, but then because they followed after the American way or Esau's way of his dress code to be in there. But then he can make a declaration like this, and because of his military, what you gonna say? That's why he felt coward. Who gonna say no? Who gonna say no? We done went through we went through the world and beat them up in the name of terrorism.
Yeah, and Israel, Israel is who's manning America like that.
Exactly.
They're the one that's in control. All right. Yeah, America has a heavy military for there's a major superpower, but guess what? They still are subject to little Israel.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't that Obama that said we have an undying allegiance to Israel?
Yeah,
they send billions of dollars over there
every year. When he got there, they sent a big chunk.
Every month they sending money over there, sending them resources to giving them the so-called Jews they paid them a bunch of money for the Holocaust.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as Obama's ass got in there.
Yep. What was you?
I was about to talk about the sanctions. Like when America puts sanctions on countries, you got other countries that listen to those sanctions as if America is the head of it.
Yeah, and follow it.
Yeah. And because America enforces it.
Yeah, and then, but see, that's why Russia be like, I don't give a shit about that.
Exactly.
Russia try to, like we were talking about earlier.
You got Russia, Syria, North Korea, all those countries. They standing up against America now, and that's why, this tension is building up over there in the Middle East. That's another reason why.
Right. What was the countries that you were saying that they were beginning to trade in cryptocurrency to stay away from that American petrol dollar?
Russia, China, and Venezuela.
Venezuela. Yep. That was the other country I could
so
kind of got how much
that's why everything is going the way it's going right now, man. And these nations are recognizing how America is playing a big role in the opposition of both forces. All right, they understand that America is the muscle of Israel, and they sick and tired of that shit. America coming over there and making major moves and imposing on their space and declaring, you know what I'm saying, making shifting policies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's they're tired of the arrogancy of Babylon, so they're rising up against it.
Yep.
All right, that's why they're marching against Israel and they're marching against America right now. All right, them Palestinians right now, they're yelling death to America and death to Israel.
Yep.
All right. As a matter of fact, and somebody give me real quick, I believe it's Wisdom of Solomon. I think like 15 and 19, because we got to get this straight. Jerusalem, they all fighting for Jerusalem, but Jerusalem is a people first. And the people of Jerusalem is not there, so that's why you seeing all this happening and unfolding over there in that land. All right? When the real people of Jerusalem return, then you could say the capital of Jerusalem is right there.
Right.
And there will be peace.
The new Jerusalem.
Yep.
Then there'll be peace in that land too.
In the whole galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The new when the new Jerusalem, which is the real elect of the nation of Israel, return, then you could say Jerusalem is in the land. But right now, Jerusalem is in slavery, man.
Yeah.
Jerusalem is trodden down and enslaved among all the nations right now. All right, and all we got is nothing but bastards and heathens up in there.
I got that pretty. It's Zechariah chapter 9, verse 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
Yeah, and that's what's dwelling in our land right now.
Yeah.
Bunch of bastards, man. Okay? A bunch of Khazars, a bunch of Edomite converts. All right? And a bunch of damn Ishmaelites, sand niggas. And they both are fighting for land that don't belong to them. You know?
Just going
And they've been fighting. They've been having wars since them Khazars got up in there, man. You know, why you think all a lot of what's going on in Syria is behind the conflict with Israel and Iran?
It's the topic we're going into.
Israel's the reason why all these nations, those Muslim countries are divided amongst each other over there.
They're creating a whole problem in the earth. They're the root of the whole problem in the earth.
Yeah.
Those are Edomites calling themselves the real children of Israel, and it's creating a whole rift throughout the whole fabric of time and the earth.
Yeah.
You know, that's why this topic and that scripture is so on point. Can I get one right before we grab yours?
Let him finish with it.
He had more on there?
Yeah. AD is now a fucking Muslim temple. The dome of the rock.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. So Islam, the Muslims are up in there praising a goddamn Allah over in the Holy Land. You know? And then you got the damn Wailing Wall over there. That has nothing to do with our worship.
Worshiping a damn wall.
Yeah. You know?
That's worshiping idols. Sticking wood and
Wood and stone.
Yeah. And stone literally.
Yeah.
So you literally got bastards, man. You know, the Most High does not claim them over there.
No.
All right?
The Most
They're
High
fatherless children, man. The Lord, he's not dealing with these heathens, man.
I call them bastards, right?
That's why he call them bastards. You know? Because he's our heavenly father. He's our father, man. Abba Nawa. All right? That was it on that.
Can I hit this one right quick to get yours? Just to
ahead.
bring that out of the bottom. Revelation 2:9 says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And the point I want to make with that part real quick was we're rich, even though we're in tribulation and poverty, because we're the real children of Israel. And he's going to redeem us and bring us back into our land, into our heritage, into the real bodies that we're supposed to have. We're going to be known to be the top quality person upon the planet. Right? It says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. And those are those bastards that's dwelling in Ashdod over there in our land. Those are our people over there that's dwelling over there. You know, they that's why there can't be peace, because they're actually Satan dwelling in the land of God, or the children of God.
Yeah, and if I may say this, you know, we usually quote Revelation 2:9 because you can apply it to these gutter rats.
Yep.
Because they're the only ones right now that are literally going around claiming that they're the Lord's chosen people, that they're the Jews. And then when you confront them on that, ask them, all right, so you from the tribe of Judah? Where's the other tribes at? And they usually don't have an answer.
Yep. I'm from Levi.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm from
Benjamin.
Yeah. You know? No, you're not from the tribes, man.
Benjamin or something like that.
Yeah.
Something stupid.
You know? This information, it's overwhelming information proving that you are not the real Jews of the Bible, man. Even when we challenge y'all in, the Torah, man, and it's in the Tanakh, you don't fit the prophecies of the curses.
Yep.
When we go into Jeremiah 14:2 and we ask you what is that word there for black, you can't even tell us.
And it's funny because a lot of them, like more of them than anybody, just kind of get that look like, yeah, I know. Like the older ones be like, yeah, I know that ain't us.
A lot of them do know.
Yeah, I know that ain't us.
A lot of the older ones they camp, they come by, they don't want to mix up with, they don't want to. They don't want to deal because they know the truth. The older ones, the younger Khazars, they just living in like they don't know shit. But the older Amalekites, they know the deal. A lot of them were probably around when the Balfour Declaration.
That was their fathers.
You know
what I'm saying? That was around that time. Yeah. I want to say this classic video back early 2000s was General Johanna told that white Khazar chick that you had never been a Jew, and she was crying because the young ones didn't know. So it really broke her heart to know that wait, these are the people and I'm not it. When they broke it down to her, she was crying. But that's what's gonna happen to you, man. When you younger ones realize, the older ones go, okay, I knew it. I knew the day was coming. But the younger ones, it's heartbreaking for them to hear that they're not.
Yeah, was that it?
That was it. I wasn't gonna
And I was gonna finish off saying that, we use that to now to apply it to the Amalekites that are using our identity now. But originally that was talking about wicked Israelites.
Right.
Wicked Israelites that were being fake and phony, man. The synagogue of Satan, those that were trying to be Jews outwardly, but they wasn't Jews according to the Spirit.
They were didn't have a sincerity within them.
Yeah. And they were being lukewarm in the faith.
Yep.
Some of them were because Yahushua was addressing all the 7 churches, of Asia Minor. And certain churches, he was giving respects to, like basically telling them, encouraging them, telling them, and you're doing a good work. You know what I'm saying? Keep it up. But you had other churches that was lollygagging, being wicked. You had men falling away, teaching doctrines of that Jezebel spirit was going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. But we take that now, dealing with the fake Jews,
the manifolds of
because this, like scriptures say, man, this manifold wisdom, man. It's double. It has 2 layers to it.
Yep.
All right. So that was it on that. Yeah, if you could bring that out, bro, because dealing with Jerusalem, let's see what the scriptures say about lands and people. All right, go ahead.
2 Maccabees 5:19. Nevertheless, Yahweh did not choose the people for the place's sake, but the place for the people's sake.
He chose the place for the people's sake, and the Lord chose Jerusalem for the nation of Israel, the real Israelites.
Yep.
But because the real people of Jerusalem and Israel is not there, you're seeing it being totally abused.
Yep.
All right, that land is literally crying out for his people, man. That's why it's so fucked up over there. That's why it's constant wars over there. That's why they gotta import shit over there. They're not even naturally growing anything over there.
Trees, sand.
Yeah.
The earth ain't responding to them. I want to say this classic quote about how they're treating the planet, right? Especially that land in particular, right? They treat it like a rent-a-car that's not in their name.
Yep.
If it was theirs, they would keep, and the laws are in the book that's supposed to be for them on how to keep the land. The land Sabbaths and the Jubilees and all of this stuff, but they're not doing it. The sabbatical year, they're not doing none of that stuff. They're just depleting it like, fuck, I'm going to run it to empty, put 87 gas, run it down to empty, and then hop out and, let it run off a cliff. That's how they're treating the planet. Especially the land of Israel over there. They're depleting that land fat. That's the richest land on the planet, but they're treating it, they're depleted down to some of the worst land.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Tel Aviv look like it don't even look as plush as fucking Miami Beach, man.
Right.
But they make it seem on the outward, they show you all the good. Like when you go get an apartment, they show you the model.
Yeah.
The model hooked up.
You got the upgrades.
Yeah. And then you go, and then the one that you're gonna actually live in, you're like, man, what happened? That's the same thing they doing to the land over there. They show you all these images of how great Israel is. Come visit, but when you get there, it's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's right, man. But it's cursed, it's polluted because the heathen is over there.
That's right.
Okay, the land is greatly polluted because of who's over there, which is the synagogue of Satan is over there.
That's right.
Over there, kosher and pig, nude beaches, gay parades, the biggest gay parades.
Yep.
All right. Now it's not just for gay parades; it's for transgenders. You know what I'm saying?
Anything that's not according to nature.
Yes.
Sexually out of course of nature.
Yeah.
It's welcome.
It's all permitted there, man.
That's against everything the scriptures are talking about.
They don't follow the Torah, man. They don't uphold the Torah, man. That's a front. That's all one big front, man. Just because they can read some the Torah in Yiddish, that does not mean that doesn't make them the people of the Lord, man. All right, that's why like the brothers say, like the brothers always say, man, the earth needs new management, especially our land, man. Our land needs replenishing. It needs to be rebuilt. Yep. And that's and matter of fact,
torn down first.
It got to be destroyed and then rebuilt.
Yeah, you got to flush all that wickedness out of there.
And that's what the Lord is
saying. Get the spiritual shit out of there.
Man. That's why the Lord is going to destroy the land of Israel, man. Mm-hmm. You know,
it's only right that land go also.
Yep. That
land got to burn also, man. It ain't just America. That place, that's another key location on the map that's got to go. It's too filthy over there.
Y'all done destroyed and defiled the motherland. Because that's the true motherland.
I got you. Got to preach.
Galatians.
This is Galatians 4:26. Mm-hmm. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, when he was, when Apostle Paul was explaining that, he was talking about the difference between who the promise went to. The Jerusalem was talking about the child of the free woman, mm-hmm. and Arabia was the child of the bondwoman,
yep.
which is Ishmael.
Yep.
Okay, and Ishmael happened to be the same one who's trying to fight for the mother of us all.
Yep.
You not a part of the mother of us all.
Because they always tell
they thought it was a joke.
Grab Arabian. Romans 9, I think it's like 6. The whole that though, because they talk about that because they always try to sneak themselves into the prophecy to get the land. You don't get the birthright. Mm-hmm. You wasn't meant to get the birthright, man. It wasn't for you. Because you know if they would win the war against these fake Jews, right? They ain't gonna give it back to us. They gonna take it for themselves. I think they're kind of envious that they didn't think about taking it. They've been there the whole time. And didn't take
they tried to take it back during the time of what was that? Going back to the Dark Ages, before the beginning of the Dark Ages, mm-hmm. when you had Jake ruling, Constantine and them, mm-hmm. and they had Jake created the Catholic Church mm-hmm. and Islam mm-hmm. to basically appease the Arabs from trying to take Jerusalem.
Yep.
Back then.
Gave them their own land and pushed them over to Mecca so they wouldn't take the land of Israel.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. They're really trying to get in on the promise that was not made for them.
Yep.
Y'all, just like Esau was rejected, Ishmael, it didn't go to you either.
Right.
So y'all both are fighting in vain. Y'all destroying each other for nothing, man.
Is that brother got more on that?
Yeah, he gonna start up. He gonna read back down to it.
Okay, so right quick, could we pull that?
Where was that?
Romans 9, like 6, I think it is.
Oh yeah, you can get there.
Not starts.
Is that it? Where not because of the children of the promise? I mean,
the adoption pertains.
Yeah,
to
something like that.
I started at 3. It's Romans 9:3. For I could have wished that myself were accursed from Yahushua HaMashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises.
Nothing, Esau didn't get none of that. All them Khazars, y'all didn't get that, and you Ishmaelites, y'all didn't get that either. It was the same. And see, just because history has been distorted through the Spirit, we know that we were the children that passed under the cloud that's under Mount Sinai. That's us, man. That's us. The so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, confusing the face Israelites that's scattered across the four corners of the earth that gravitate to this word today in these times. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Whose are the fathers, and of whom are concerning the flesh, Yahushua HaMashiach came,
yep.
who is over all, the Most High blessed forever. Amen.
Keep on.
Not as though the word of the Most High have taken non effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel.
Ties back into what you were saying about
not all of Israel, because you have an elect, the remnant, and then you have the rest of Israel.
Yep.
All right.
Fake 2/3 basically.
Yeah.
Keep going though.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham, are they all children?
Let me say the seed of Abraham was Ishmael.
Yeah.
He was the firstborn of Ishmael. I mean of Abraham. But it didn't go to him. He wasn't a child of the promise. He was the child of the bondwoman. Hajar or Hagar, however you want to say it.
Yep.
Good.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall the seed be called.
And that's what counts for the seed of Abraham.
Yep.
When you read Galatians, the 3rd chapter, about having faith, if you are the seed of Abraham through the faith in Yahweh Shai, that's talking about through the seed of Isaac, which went down to Jacob.
Yep.
So physically, you still have to be of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to be counted as the seed of Abraham.
According to the flesh.
According to the flesh.
Yep.
All right. Even though this thing is spiritual, but you still got to go back to the seed line, man. All right. Now go to Galatians 4.
This is Galatians 4 and 22. For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons, the one by a bondmaid, the other by a free woman. But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh. But he of the free woman.
It was just to give him a seed, and he got a son. But it was just, but that wasn't according to the blessing and the promise that he was going to be given. Part of it because he was going to be the father of a multitude, but it wasn't the blessing from the Most High wasn't going through that seed. It was going through the son of the free woman.
Well, I mean, technically, Ishmael got blessed too.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But the promise.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like the
promise went to
was going through.
It was only going to go to
the
Isaac.
free woman. Yeah, the free woman Sarah's son.
Go ahead.
It says, but he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, but he of the free woman was by promise. Which things are an allegory, for these are the 2 covenants, the one from the Mount Sinai, which gendered to bondage, which is Agar.
All right. Which was the mother, Hagar or Hajar. She was the mother of Ishmael.
Yeah, Ishmael corrected me and said Hajar. Like, oh my bad. That's how we say it over there. Like, okay, shit, my bad.
Good. Go ahead.
For this Agar is Mount Sinai in Arabia.
Yeah, she's Mount Sinai for Arabia.
Yep.
All right. That lets you know.
Yep.
That those Ishmaelites are Arabs, man. Those Arabs go back to Ishmael. But you got niggas that's teaching that Esau's the Arabs.
Right.
You niggas don't know what you're talking about, man. All right.
And that's that to tie that back into what we're talking about now. For y'all that may have tuned in later or whatever, that directly goes into those 2 people that's in that land. The other Palestinians and those Arabs over there are still trying to get in that land. We're showing you that it wasn't for them, and they're breaking it down right now in the Bible. Go ahead.
It says, for this Agar is Mount Sinai in Arabia, and entereth to Jerusalem, which now is, and is in bondage with her children.
We can't even be in the fight. We over here in captivity. We can't even be in the fight for our own land. We wouldn't even be able enough people to get over there to fight. Let alone weapons and whatever else.
But we know.
But we know
this ain't our time to fight.
We know Yahweh Shai gonna come and fight for us.
We gotta be in the spiritual battle right now.
Yeah.
And plus prophecy is being fulfilled. He's allowing those 2 to fight each other. That way, when he comes back, he can destroy both of them and return to his real chosen people to that land.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, but Jerusalem which is above is free, which is the mother of us all.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yep.
So Jerusalem is the mother of us all, man. But show you how important Jerusalem is. The world is going crazy over this declaration. Because that's the mother of us all right there. But what happened to Jerusalem? Why are those people over there? Why are they, fighting for that particular land to be the epicenter of their rulership or their empire? Because over there's 3 different religions that's in control of that land. You got Christianity, you got Islam, and you got Judaism.
Yep.
The Lord ain't dealing with neither of those.
None of those, yep.
So what eventually happened that led to that? Well, Yahweh Shai he spoke of it. when the real Israelites were still there, when the real Jews, when Judah was over there, the king of Judah, and Yahushua was getting ready to be crucified, he told them specifically what was going to happen to Jerusalem and Israel.
Oh, yeah.
Luke 21.
It's like can we read 30 and 31?
Where you at?
Yeah, you can read that real quick, and then somebody get Luke 21.
This is Galatians 4 and 30. It says, nevertheless, what saith the scripture? Cast out the bondwoman and her son, for the son of the bondwoman shall not be heir with the son of the free woman.
Mm-hmm.
So then, brethren, we are not of the children of the bondwoman, but of the free.
And that's so you Ishmaelites, you don't have an inheritance with the Israelites in the land. Okay, the fact that you, even though the ones that you're fighting are counterfeits, they're fake, they don't belong there. But if they were those people, there's no reason that you should be fighting with them. Because the scriptures tell you, even going back into the Torah, that the Lord cast out the bondwoman and gave it to the son of the free woman. Okay? So you're fighting in vain. All right?
Read 24.
Huh?
Luke 21 and 24.
20,
So start at 20.
20 years.
20. All right.
Luke 21 and 20. And when
And this is Yahushua speaking.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Fair letter.
And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the destruction thereof is nigh.
Talking about 70 AD, he was prophesying to them that the besiege of Jerusalem was going to happen. The Romans was going to besiege Jerusalem and take them down and ransack the temple. All right, go ahead.
Then let them which are in Jerusalem flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
Yeah, so hey, get up out of there, man. Run down into Egypt, run to Africa, run into the Masadas, and then some of them, they ended up running upward into Europe and stuff, and into Asia.
Yeah.
They started migrating and getting the hell up out of there to get away from those damn faggot ass Romans.
Yep.
So, and that's another way that the Most High, Yahushua, they scattered us throughout the nations.
That's right.
Yeah.
For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be a great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
Yep.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
And shall what?
And shall be led captive into all nations.
So that's what happened to the real people of Jerusalem.
Yep. It just said it in with the brother in Galatians.
And then you can back that up with the law. Going back into the curses.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy was at 28, and I think it's like what, 25 maybe.
20, oh yeah, that's what you know.
Deuteronomy 28 and 25, and then you could probably jump down to like
yeah, I got it.
64.
Yep, that's what I was going to jump to. Actually, 53. I'll read 25 first. Deuteronomy 28 and 25. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all kingdoms of the earth."
And shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. That's why, going back to what a brother's reading that, it said,
I'll read it again.
read it again.
Yeah.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
And to all nations. Read that again.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
Now read where you was at in Deuteronomy.
Yep, back to the same one.
Yep.
Deuteronomy 28:25. It says, "The Lord Yahweh shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and they shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth."
That's why you gotta read precept.
And that's why you gotta go precept upon
Yeah.
precept, man. That explains how we ended up getting scattered, man. Because we were already scattered, because of the Greeks and the Romans.
Yep.
But then after the Romans did what they did, Judah spread. They scattered out again.
They scattered again.
They scattered again.
Scattered.
They dispersed again.
Filtered down, watered
Yeah.
down. They watered themselves down again. Because we
And-
know
and-
the
and
Northern
you-
Kingdom watered themselves way to this side of the planet.
Yep.
So that's watering watering us down from the potency. And
Yeah.
then they kept the different times that it happened with us, with the Greeks, and then with this.
Yep.
The-
So that's what happened to
70
us.
AD.
We got scattered, and a lot of Jews didn't return back to the land. Some of them did, but not all of them. A lot of them went on to continue to migrate further south into the
good.
interiors of Africa, and we started setting up, our own, tribes, and you know what I'm saying. We was still keeping our customs.
Picking up some. Because think about it. If every time you remember going back to the kingdom, if it's your own people persecuting you for keeping the laws all tight, and then the heathens telling you one thing, and you scatter, you find a little niche following after the heathen, and you like that, you're going to stay around there. When it get hot over there, you'll move even further. You don't want to go get joined and have to recorrect your ways. So that just kept scattering us further and further and establishing our people in these other lands. That's why we look like Hamites. That's why we look like these other nations, and Moab and Ammon and whatever else. You know?
Like the big word you just said was responsibility, like you always bring up. Coming in the truth is a huge responsibility on you, because now you know. You have no choice of looking back, and if you do, then that's death. You worse than when you started.
And that's what happened to us, right? The scattering process.
Fine.
They didn't want to be. They don't want that responsibility back then either. So they just kept moving.
Because not only was the heritage stripped from you, but all Jake that scattered across these other lands, they're mingled in with the heathen. They think they are from the same place where that heathen is from.
Yeah. They think they're the heathen themselves.
They take on the customs of those heathens.
Look at Jake now. Jake wants to be American, and everybody knows there's no original American. There's not one person that's over here that was American before they got here. And everybody from somewhere else.
Because American isn't a nationality.
Right.
It's what Esau deems as citizenship to basically to group everybody in. All the rest of the nations, when they come here, they'll say they're Native American or Spanish American. I'm Irish American. They'll name their
Mexican American.
Mexican American. They'll name where they're from, but put American on it to feel as if they
belong here.
Like they belong here. But nobody is just American.
Right.
You're not just because you're born in the land doesn't make you
from the
people of that
I mean, but that also makes you dealing with Babylon. That's where that spirit ties to. Everybody being one. Everybody being one.
This is
That's the
one
same
world.
idea.
Same idea, man. That's the philosophy of America.
And that's what's going on here.
This is Babylon the Great.
That's all inclusion, all inclusive. Everybody can be one. Everybody, just because you're a girl, you can still be with the boys. Just because you're a boy, you can still be with the girls. Dressing, acting, sexually, whatever you want. Thinking, they're just making it. Everybody just blah, just all one something.
I got a pre for that. It's Maccabees.
Hold that, bro.
Yeah. It's too early for that.
Yeah. That's we still this is a lot. We still do. Yeah. I don't want to go too far off. Who was reading?
That brother was going back. I was in the curses.
Luke 21.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the curses.
The curses.
Yeah, jump down to I think it was a 64 maybe.
Yeah. There's another little something in here. I'll just jump straight to 64. I don't remember what the point was. Anyway, Deuteronomy 28:64 says, "And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other."
Yeah, and that didn't happen to you gutter rats. All right? You act dumbfounded when we bring these curses out concerning you. Why isn't that you don't fit this bill right here? You claim to be the Lord's chosen, the holy people, but you're not under this curse right here. You're not suffering that. Your people, you can go anywhere you want in the world.
The richest.
You're the richest people right now. But it so happened to be that us, we were brought over here against our will, and we serving bondage here. We serving our enemies for the one of all things. We happen to fit the curses perfectly, but we're not those people. But y'all can say y'all those people and don't have to fit none of those curses.
Look at it too. That's power. To say that you the people that the scripts talk about, but don't fit none of the curses, and people believe you. That's a lot of power in your hands.
And you can win without the winning ticket. You don't have to have the trophy or nothing. You ain't got to actually do it. You can just say it and it's good. Same thing Trump just did. Oh no, we're gonna go ahead and say that that's the capital and everything else, but you ain't got to have no proof that that's even the people over there. Just because you say it, it makes it good as gold. Well, it don't work that way. You ain't doing nothing but pissing off the rest of these nations around here. Because that just completely took Palestine out of the running for taking over that land or being a part of that land.
Yep.
They ain't forgot that it ain't supposed to be y'all over there. They know that they ain't supposed to be there. They ain't gonna let y'all just go in there willy-nilly and all free.
Yep.
That was it on. Oh no, yeah, that was it on this.
Yeah.
That was the point.
Go back to Luke 21.
I'll read 24 again. Luke 21 and 24.
Unless
And
you want to hit 65.
No, you.
Okay, kind of.
They shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until.
That's the point. Mm-hmm. Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Yep.
The real Gentiles.
Yep.
All right, they trodden down our sanctuary. They trodden it down during from 65, 66 AD to 70 AD, and even up until this very day, they're still trodden down Jerusalem.
That's right.
Okay, and what it means to trodden down, it means to it means to basically to desecrate.
Mm-hmm.
And to desecrate, that means to violate, to defile, to profane, and that's what they're doing to Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got mosque that's dedicated to serving idols.
Yep.
Okay, you got heathens over there doing all type of manner of abominations over there, all type of abominable acts, man. And you got nuclear waste over there. All right, it's not supposed to be no damn nuclear. Why in the hell is there a nuclear waste over there?
Right.
A nuclear facility over where they could shoot nuclear weapons from. The scriptures tell you when the Lord's chosen people come back, the weapons of war will be destroyed, and they shall never learn war anymore. Mm-hmm. The fact that y'all hold nuclear weapons over there shows that y'all can't be the people of the Lord. Okay?
Yep.
So Jerusalem right now is being trodden of the Gentiles. Go ahead.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Until the time of their rule be completed, man.
I gotta read now.
All right. Somebody get Ezekiel 35, like the last verse or two, and then Ezekiel 36. Okay. And then somebody else can get Joel.
I already got Joel.
Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse, we'll start 57. It says, "And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us, and to devour us. But we, thy people, which thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands."
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. It says, "If the world now be made for our sakes,
right,
why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?"
Right. And that right there, that shows you that the people that it's not talking about, that don't go with them. Because look at the people in Israel. They own everything. Yeah. The Bilderbergers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, Rockefellers, they own all of it. Yep. They own Hollywood.
There's a movie about the Gettys coming out now. Yeah, I forgot the name of the movie, but it's one about to come out.
It says that if the world be made for our sakes, why don't we have an inheritance with the world? Y'all do. Yeah. This is your world. Job 9 say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So this is your rulership. Yep.
Yeah, you control the money. You control the central banks. Which, if you control the world's money, you control the earth.
Yep.
You control the world's resources. You
Yeah.
control the military. You fund governments. You set up puppet leaders. You fund terrorist groups and send them into different countries that you want
To push the agenda.
Order out of Caleb.
yeah, that you want to destabilize. You send them there, and then you send other mercenary or troops that make it seem like you're against the war on terrorism, man. That you're fighting war on terrorism.
Yeah.
This is all you're doing, man.
Yep.
The deep state, the Mossad, you fund that, man. ISIS, that's your creation.
Yep.
Your work, Zionist regime, working with America, man, the Great Horde. Okay? The Great Horde is just a puppet for the Zionists, man. This the muscle doing all the dirty work for that fucking them demons, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And the world is actually paying attention to that. Saudi Arabia is a pawn.
Mm-hmm.
Them gutter rats got you. Saudi Arabia is supposed to be an Islamic country, but yet you're siding with the enemy over the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
You know, starving out those Yemenis people,
Yep.
destroying them, just so you can expand your territory. You know, and you making yourself America's bitch as long as America gives you your weapons and things that you want in exchange for a supply of oil.
I gotta say it like this. It's like Israel's like that woman, that real fine ass, big titty, hips ass, that love to wear tight ass, short ass skirts, chick. In America, the boyfriend, right? She keep provoking you to have to do shit. You know, it keeps like making other men watch you and disrespect you by the shit that she's doing.
Yeah.
So now they gotta go. I gotta like on 5 Harbor. I gotta fight for my love every night. You know, that's what it's like. That's what Israel is to America. America keeps having to put their necks on the line to protect this damn the devils over there.
Yeah.
But that's their role in the beast system, though. Their role is to police, and then the headquarters of the round table, so to speak, of where they make the decisions from, is coming right out of the land of Israel with them fake ass Jews.
Yeah, man. You wanna everything is in such turmoil, everything is all fucked up, man. It's cause the wicked is ruling.
That's right.
Proverbs, was that Proverbs? Was that?
I had it too. Yep, so like I had it.
You know, when the righteous on authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And that's what you say. That's a sign of the wicked ruling. That's why you're seeing all those violent protests going on.
Yep.
That's why this thing is becoming international headlines.
Because
of what the wicked is doing. All right, you're the reason why there will be no peace on the earth until Yahweh Shai comes back and make things right, man. All right, you're why. That's why the scriptures say there is no peace unto the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there will never be peace. Hey, Jamal Abdul Nasser, he damn near prophesied that, man.
Yeah.
He said you'll never have peace.
Oh, is y'all over there?
As long as y'all over there, man,
Yeah,
it'll never be peaceful over there, man. You know?
Yeah, that's probably better.
You have that? Somebody have that?
I had it right quick.
You
Yeah. Proverbs 29:2 says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear the rule, the people mourn."
Hey, and that's how you know we're in the last days, because the wicked is ruling, and the wicked is Esau, the so-called white man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it says in these last days, in the end, there shall be uproars of the people in the world, in the earth. And then it says also that Esau is the end of the world. So that means that during Esau's reign, it's going at the end of Esau's reign, it's going to be uproars of the people. It's going to be tumults and insurrections all throughout the world under the hegemony hegemony of the Edomites. Okay, everything is going to be in turmoil. Everything is going to be in an uproar under the hegemony of Esau. That's how you know. You think it's going to be all these violent protests and clashes, violent clashes, police forces and riot gear and all this shit. You think all that's going to take place when we get in the kingdom, man?
Right.
That's not going to exist. The world is going to be at peace again. All right. That was it on that.
Yep.
Somebody can
Ezekiel 35 and 36.
Yeah, Ezekiel 30, chapter 35, and start at 7.
This is Ezekiel 35 and 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate.
And Mount Seir is talking about the Edomites, you so-called white people.
Yep, that, like we read, it was a land.
Yeah.
It was a people before it's a place.
It's a people before it's a place. Mount Seir represents the people of Mount Seir.
Yep.
That's talking about you so-called white people, man.
Just like it's saying who come from dyed garments from Bosra, out of Edom.
Right.
It's talking about the people. It's not talking about the place.
Yep.
Ain't nobody over there like that in the original land of Edom.
Yep.
Anyway.
Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I'll fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
Yep.
I'll make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Most High Yahweh.
Yeah, your city shall not return. There ain't gonna be no Tel Aviv Pink City. All right, you ain't gonna have New York City.
No Rothschild Boulevard.
Ain't no Rothschild Boulevard. Okay, you ain't gonna have none of that, man. All right,
Beverly Hills. Miracle Mile
Sin
down
City.
LA. Yep. Be none of that no more.
Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, that's why when you go into Malachi, it tells you that though he returned and built the desolate cities, there thus saith the Lord, he shall throw it down.
Yep.
So when the Lord destroys you, devils, man, you ain't gonna have no more inheritance, man. You ain't gonna fill the world with your cities. You ain't gonna build the desolate places. You ain't gonna do none of that. The only desolate place that's gonna get rebuilt back up is Israel, the land of Israel, after it gets destroyed, man.
That's right.
And guess what? We're gonna use you to build it up.
Yep.
Just like you used us to build your enterprise. We built America for you. We built up Europe for we built everything, man. All right. So the Lord, he's gonna get you damn devils, man. Especially you goddamn gutter rats, man. You kites, man.
Chief house.
The chief house of Satan. Keep going on.
I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Most High Yahweh. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there.
Yeah, you had it in your mind like I'm gonna possess both countries.
Yep.
Both nations. I'm gonna get Jerusalem, Israel, and I'm gonna get basically the whole entire land, man. The whole coast. That's why, and that's why you even trying to go up into Syria and take Syria for yourself, man. You want it all, man.
Can I make a little point?
Come on.
In another sense of it, we're gonna take the land and we're gonna control the people, because we're not in captive under the Arabs. We're in captive under the damn devil, man. Those same gutter rats that run. That's who owns the bonds of our birth certificates, man.
But you know what? No, we are in captivity under Ishmael. Those of our people that are scattered amongst them,
right.
They don't have the same inheritance with Ishmael.
Right.
They not.
They still working.
They not having dinners with the Saudi princes in Dubai.
They still under the curses.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Getting persecuted and everything, man.
Right.
Probably fighting in their wars for them, getting killed. So and we in captivity under all the nations, man. But it happened to be the top man that we serve the hardcore bondage to is this damn devil, Esau.
And they got the majority of us, but still.
And they got and the earth is given into their hands, you know.
Yep.
Because even though the other nations got an inheritance, they still under Esau's rule.
Yep.
I got
You know.
this Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
Yep.
Exactly, man. You know, and that's what this devil has done throughout history. And he think that his empire and his enterprise is gonna continue forever, man.
Yep. That's why he set it up with this new world order.
Yeah. And in Jerusalem and Israel is gonna be the epicenter. You know, that's gonna be the center of power right there. You know. Yeah, go back.
Says, this is 11. Therefore, as I live, saith the Most High Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume.
Yeah, basically the land of Israel is given to us. This is our land now. We're going to take it. We're going to do what we want with it. And utterly, basically devour it, consecrate it, man. Mm-hmm. Not so like it, not consecrate, desecrate.
Desecrate. Yep.
Okay? And that's exactly what they did, man. Starting with, with our temple. That's why the Lord, the new temple now is basically the elect of Israel. It's a spiritual temple now. All right? That's why he says we're not to defile our temples. Mm-hmm. Because the temple is us now. The Spirit of the Lord dwells with us.
Because
if it was still the physical temple, it already got the heathens. They even when we was in the state of building the second temple under Zerubbabel, the heathens kept trying to fuck with us, man.
Yeah,
we couldn't even we didn't even have a smooth transition in building our second temple, man.
Yeah.
And then that damn demon that Herod the Great, he came and basically reconstructed our temple, man. Building on our temple. Yeah. So the Lord was like, hey, the temple that I'm going to raise it up in 3 days.
Yeah.
They was like, what the hell? They didn't understand that. It was spiritual. Mm-hmm. So that's how these devils can never get into this thing, man. This thing is all exclusive, man. Only those that are a part of the temple are the elect, man. The lively stones that are built on the foundation of Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
All right? And that's the same New Jerusalem that's going to be coming from heaven. All right? Not some big-ass church building made of bricks. Right. That's going to come out of the sky and coming down. Like them fucking Jehovah Wickedness assholes. Yeah. That's what they would have you believe. No, that's talking about the Lord's elect, man. 144,000. Okay? But the temple over there in Jerusalem right now, it's a bunch of demons over there, man.
Right.
Okay? Go ahead, bro.
It says, thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Most High Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate.
Yeah, you're going to be desolate, man. The Lord's going to destroy you out of that land. Mm-hmm. Okay? He's going to destroy you, and he's going to destroy your inheritance, man. All right? Because you preyed upon our land ever since we got ran up out of our land going back to 70 AD. And then, some of our people came back in there and tried to, run it for a little while, but then shit got corrupted. Jake created these false ideologies, which ended up becoming a stumbling block to the world. Mm-hmm. And that was greatly polluted. That's why everything is all jacked up, man. That's why you got Islam heavy over there. That's why that major temple over there, the Dome of the Rock, the Dome of the Rock, that's straight up Islam. That's worshiping a stone over there. So the Lord gotta cleanse that land out. And he's gonna do it by causing you two nations to go to war with each other.
Yep.
This is all orchestrated by the Heavenly Father right now. All right? That's what y'all don't realize. While y'all out there fighting and y'all getting ready to declare war and there's about to be some shit, the Lord is making y'all, he's gonna make y'all fight each other, man.
Right.
For prophecy purposes.
Yep.
Okay? This battle of Armageddon gotta pop off before the salvation.
Right.
Keep going, bro.
As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee, thou shalt be desolate. O Mount Seir and all of Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Most High Yahweh.
Eventually, that's what's going to happen when the Lord finally comes back and, zap your asses with them chariots and then cause those nuclear missiles to fall down on you and totally wipe you flat, man, melt you.
Yeah.
That's when he's going to make you desolate. And the ones of you that survive, you're gonna rebuild our land back. You're going to rebuild our kingdom. All right? And we're gonna be on your ass so tough, man. We're gonna be way worse than you were with us, man. The curses is gonna be on y'all, just like the curses is on us.
Yeah.
The curses, then you could say Deuteronomy 28 apply to y'all.
Yep.
But it's too late because the world's gonna know that we are those people. We already in our glory.
Yep.
We already back in our land. The people are already there.
It won't be
So
a question.
you can apply those curses to you without saying that you're those people. That's what's gonna happen.
I get it. I get it.
That's what's gonna happen, man, and that's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. Y'all gonna know what it feels like to be us, without an inheritance, serving your enemies, getting your backs whipped, being persecuted, being enslaved, continual labor, continual employment. Okay, to live on the bottom.
You always gonna have a job in the
Like
kingdom.
you said, bro, they're gonna learn how to be us without actually being us, even though
Exactly.
they want to be us.
Exactly.
Like the saying in the world, everybody want to be a nigga, or in this case, everybody want to be an Israelite, but don't nobody want to be an Israelite. You gonna learn how it
Suffer the
feels.
curses.
God, you gonna learn how it feel. You're gonna learn how it feels to be on the bottom
Yep.
and to have the curses on you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was in 35.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you said you was holding that in
Deuteronomy 30
Go ahead. You can get
at
that.
the top, right?
Deuteronomy 30 and is it like 1 and 2?
Yeah. It says
No, 7.
No, 7 is what you want.
7.
Right. Yep, straight to the point. Anyway, Deuteronomy 30 and 7, it says, and the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
And our enemies is the heathen, starting with this so-called white man. Them curses gonna be on them. Okay? And especially Esau, because he ain't gonna even have a land
Salah.
to go back to.
Salah, let me start up, bro,
Hang on.
and jump back down.
Cause remember, we gonna take the land of Mount Seir. We gonna take Edom. That's gonna be our possession.
Right. They ain't gonna need it.
They ain't gonna need it.
Because
They gonna be in slavery and then they gonna be exterminated.
Yep. Like when other heathen go back to their land, y'all gonna stick around.
Y'all gonna be living in pits.
Yeah, y'all gonna stick around.
Literally.
You know. No. So we can go back to y'all go wait over there. Go to the Gehenna over there, Hades. You know. Let me start up a little bit, bro, because it's a good one. I'll go straight to the point anyway, though. Verse 3, it says, Then the Lord Yahweh, thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord Yahweh thy power hath scattered thee. So he's going to gather us, that's right in Isaiah, right? Going to gather us all the way back unto where we're supposed to be.
Get Lamentations 3 and 64 through 66.
And it says, verse 4, and if any of thine be driven out unto the uttermost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord Yahweh thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed. We'll get our land back.
Yeah.
And thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed to love the Lord Yahweh thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. Them gutter rats ain't doing that. That's why it ain't you. You don't love the Most High God. You don't follow the ways to know Him and keep His ways. You can't even follow common sense nature. Like, you won't even do that.
You kosher and pig, so you're not even keeping His law. You don't care about His law.
Yep.
You're circumventing His laws, man.
Yep.
You know, where in the law does it say that you can mutilate your sons when you circumcise them?
Right.
You can orally circumcise your children.
But Ham do that though.
Yeah.
I watched some where Ham do that. Ham cut that off of like a 5-year-old. When they're like 5 years old, they cut it off, and then the elders gotta eat it, or the father or somebody, the grandfather, somebody gotta eat that.
Man, that ain't never been one of our customs.
No, that's nowhere in our customs, man.
But that's what them gutter rats do. They suck that right off the little baby, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. Then point again, verse 7 said, and the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna happen, man. When we get over there, all them curses gonna be placed on you. Okay, you're gonna be preyed upon. You're gonna be in fear every day. You're gonna be brought low. You're gonna have to go to us for the one of all things, right? Okay.
Like Shalom Akim that's tuning in on both channels.
Shalom to you, brothers, man.
Yeah, it's a little fuzzy on the Sin City Las Vegas page, but you can go to the other one or either one.
Okay.
Which is the other one's GMS gathered in the name. Two or more gathered in the name. Yeah, Kyle, you got it. Anyway.
Yeah, get
Lamentations 3 and 64. Render unto them recompense, O Lord, according to the work of their hands. Give them sorrow of heart.
Give them a sorrow of heart. That's one of the curses. Mm-hmm. To have a sorrow of the mind.
64. That's what we were reading. 65.
Yeah. Thy life shall hang in doubt.
Yep. All day. When you wish it was
you shall have
daytime.
no assurance of your life.
Yep.
You know, you say, God, will it be this day or that day?
Yep. You're gonna wish it was the opposite of what it is.
Yep.
When it breaks down. Yep.
I read it again.
Give them sorrow of the heart by curse unto them.
Thy what?
Thy curse unto them.
Yep.
Give them the sorrow of the heart, thy curse unto them.
Yep.
All right.
That curse directly?
Hey, and that curse is you're gonna go into slavery. You're gonna go into captivity. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
I should read it.
Come.
Deuteronomy 28:16.
Hey, and you Ishmaelites, y'all are part of this too.
Yep.
Because y'all delivered us into captivity.
Yep.
So y'all gonna pay for. That's the reason. That's another reason why this war is happening, because of y'all role.
Yep.
The role that y'all played in our captivity and under Esau, y'all paying for that shit too. That's why Esau been kicking y'all ass over there.
Yep.
All you Ishmaelites over there in Palestine and Gaza and West Bank, Esau been putting a foot knee deep sideways in y'all ass over there for years, man. Shooting all type of bombs at y'all, killing your women and your children off, killing your men off, civilians off.
Yep.
All because y'all want the right of inheritance.
Yep.
You want to share the right of inheritance with them in Israel, man.
Yep.
You know?
Gotta put it too.
What you got?
I'll open down with 15.
Yeah, let him finish that and then.
Me, right? Let me finish this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, come. Deuteronomy 16.
No. Where he was at.
Okay.
Lamentations 3 and 66.
The law goes with what he just said. In the curse. Okay, let me I'm gonna read through it. Deuteronomy 28:65. And among these nations thou shalt find no ease. Neither, and this is going to go from us onto these other heathens, right? It said, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. Didn't it say sorrow of mind directly?
Yeah.
Right?
The sorrow of heart.
Sorrow of heart.
Sorrow of heart.
Same thing.
Yep. Right? And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life.
And why is that? Because we're gonna be meditating terror on you,
Yep.
on you damn devils,
You better
man.
not fuck up. But y'all gonna be able to keep it perfectly though.
And you're gonna be in fear because the scriptures tell you if you don't keep our laws, the Lord's gonna send famine on you. He's gonna basically you're gonna perish if you don't keep our laws. So you're gonna be trembling, trying to get everything right.
Yep.
You know.
Coming up short. Verse 67, it says, "In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even, and at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning, for the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see." Yep. That's everything, man. That's where we at now. That's where you gonna be.
Yep.
But worse.
Yep. You got it. That was
So
it.
that's this is all gonna take place in the kingdom.
Yep.
Right now, this is y'all world. Hey, do what y'all do, man.
Yep. Do your worst.
Do your
It's your last chance
yeah.
at it.
Yeah, man. And that's why, these two, Ishmael and Esau, they going hard right now because they want that last end of that inheritance and that power before the real Israelites come into power, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they fighting for, man. But y'all want to get that up because, it belongs to us. It's coming straight to Israel, man. All right. Yeah, that was it on that.
Yeah.
So somebody can't get Ezekiel 36, and then
You didn't want him to
Joel.
finish. Did you ever finish that?
And Lamentations.
I'll read,
No, he didn't finish.
66. 3 and 66. Persecute and destroy them in anger from under the heavens of the Lord.
Yeah, that's the point.
one.
That's
Yeah,
it.
okay.
And get Ezekiel 36. Yeah, start at the top. Yeah.
This is Ezekiel 36 and 1. "Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, Ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Most High. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy hath said against you, Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession.
Yep.
Therefore prophesy and say, Slacken. Thus saith the Most High, because they have made you desolate, and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen."
And that's exactly what it is. It's a possession of the heathen right now.
Yep.
And then they got this toupee wearing faggot ass Trump with his arrogant ass talking about, we recognize, America will recognize Jerusalem as the capital of the state of Israel.
Yep.
Because these devils possess it. All right? They possess it, man. This prophecy being fulfilled right there, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, "Because they have made you desolate, and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen. And ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are in infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of
And
the
people speak evil of Jerusalem and Israel
Yep.
because of who's over there. Every time you go on a video, a controversial video dealing with politics or economics or potential war on the brink, a lot of the comments on the YouTube videos are people that hate you damn gutter rats, man.
Yep.
They saying death to Israel, death to the Zionists.
And these Edomites, they don't know. They're
Yeah.
the same people.
Yeah. Some people too.
It's just y'all two-time losers.
Yep.
Yeah, man. People are coming against you. The world does not like y'all gutter rats over here, man.
Yep.
The whole world do not like you, man.
Yeah, nobody likes you. They're
Nobody
gonna love
likes you.
us, and if they don't, they're gonna fear us to where they love us.
Yeah, man. Nobody likes you, man. All right.
They're the most stingiest people.
Yeah.
You
want everything for yourself. You're taking everybody's resource. You're the reason why all those wars are happening over there, man. Syria, Yemen, and Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Lebanon. You're the reason why other nations are looking at Iran in a negative light.
Yeah.
You the one that's putting that rhetoric in the ears of Saudi Arabia and America about how we need to watch for Iran because they're the new growing house of terrorism.
Because you say it.
Because they say it.
The terrorists call them.
But yet you the one that's coming with the aggression. You the one that just recently bombed 12 Iranians in a military base in Syria.
Yeah.
All right, you literally just dropped bombs on an Iranian military base in Syria, and 12 Iranians died. But yet the Iranians are the terrorists.
So it's crazy how every time a terrorist attack goes down, America has a first, and ISIS has claimed responsibility. How you know so fast?
Yeah.
You know, like before the event's still going on, ISIS is claiming. How you know? Because you the ones pushing it to be done.
They're doing it.
Yeah.
And that's why your Dogan, Turkey, they been like jump ship. They ain't fucking with y'all, man. You know.
Yep, looking bad, man. They starting to. Yep, we better gonna slip out the back. You know. Yeah, because y'all about to get jacked up messing with this country, man.
Yeah, keep going.
Thus saith the Most High to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate waters, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea.
That's you damn gutter rats, man.
Yep.
All right, you're an Amalekite. You're not a Jew. You're an Amalekite.
Yep.
All right.
You're
from Esau. Bene Esau.
Yep.
All right.
Son of the wicked, son of Esau. Hey, that's why they hate it when you call them kites, because it's from Amalekite.
Yep.
That's why they hate that, because it's telling them who their biblical nationality really is. That's like the worst thing that you could say to them.
Yep.
They love it when you call them, and all of that stuff. Yep.
Yeah. And they know the Torah. They know what the scriptures say. The scriptures say concerning Amalek. That we're gonna have war with Amalek forever, man.
Yeah.
You know, like the Lord literally wants them exterminated. We were supposed to exterminate them even going back during the time of Saul. Saul was supposed to get rid of their ass, man.
He let the king live.
Was that Samuel or Nathan that was like, hey,
Samuel.
Samuel, yeah. I hear something.
And Samuel had to put in the work, man. You know. And then you had Haman, who was trying to exterminate us during the Persian Empire, trying to get us put on those gallows, man. You know, all through history, them devils then tried to come against us and destroy us, man.
Yeah.
And then eventually they got up into the Greeks. They got up into Macedonia. Okay? That's why scriptures tell you when they started to rule, wickedness multiplied.
Peace, yeah.
Showing you who the chief house of Satan is, man. Alright? Yeah, go ahead. I'll finish that.
It says, and against all Idumea which have appointed my land in their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy, and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore thus saith the Most High Yahweh, I have lifted up mine hand, surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth.
And their shame are being shown now. All that fighting that's been going on, they can't agree on nothing. There's no peace over there. You seeing the perverse lewd acts going on in the Holy Land. All right, that's nothing but shame. That's why the world speaks evil of you, because you're a bunch of lowlifes, man. Posing to be the holy people, man. You ain't nothing but fucking scum, man. You worse than a piece of shit, man.
Sure.
All right. Go ahead.
Ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come.
There, come on, man. That's prophecy is telling you that the real people ain't there yet.
Yep.
Okay? That's yet to come. New Jerusalem coming back down and taking the kingdom. All right? The saints are going to take the kingdom, man.
That's
Of course. They ain't going to be brought in through some fucking airlines.
Or somebody say, hey, we'll let you have it. It ain't about to happen that way. And just come on, we'll just share it with you, and we'll just kind of pack our things and walk away. Nah, man, we're gonna take it from you because you ain't gonna want to give it up.
That's right.
Especially,
they gonna be wanting to hand it over then, but it's gonna
nah,
be too
they
late.
still gonna fight. They still gonna fight to keep it like that because they know that this, and that's what makes this thing what Trump said so big because they know whoever runs Jerusalem, that's the capital of the world. You know, so you can run the world from that position. That's why they ain't gonna want to give it up. They feel like once that goes, the rulership of the world is gone. Well, it's about to get taken from you anyway.
Oh, what he just did, that declaration is about to cause major uprising, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna lead straight to a battle war, man. World War III. That's why it says. And you can bring the prophecy out now in Jeremiah where it says, least of the flock, so draw them out. All right, these devils are the reason why that conflict is going to escalate and end up resulting in the Battle of Armageddon. All right? The reason why the whole entire Middle Eastern region is a hot spot is because of those gutter rats. They made it hot. Okay? That's why Russia's over there protecting, those Islamic countries over there from the Israeli, U.S., Saudi regime that they got going. That's why China is setting up troops over there because they're against America. All right, Iran.
Because they have common interests with those Saudi nations.
Yeah.
Those Islamic nations.
Yep.
They both got real money. They both hate America. And they both hate them Zionist Jews, fake Jews over there.
Yep.
They see what you're doing. They see what you're trying to do. Because if they let you just go and take this, you're going to take the next thing, America's going to back you, and you're going to take the whole world. And your New World Order is going to have them in captivity as well. Yeah, the 50th chapter.
Jeremiah 50.
50.
Yeah. I believe it's 50, like around 20 something maybe.
Yeah, like 21, 26 maybe.
Yeah, not 49.
Huh?
No, it's 50.
20.
Jeremiah 49.
Come on. And 20.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yep. You're right.
I thought it was in the 50th chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, somebody get it? 49 and 20, yeah, whoever got it.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Most High, that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
The least of the flock is going to draw you out.
And just so I tying that into Obadiah, I made these small among the heathen. Well, the Amalekites are even smaller of all the Edomites. So they're who's gonna pull this devil out of power by drawing him into this battle. Yeah.
It says, surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
And that's going to result in that World War III. That's what's going to leave them desolate. When Russia finally gets tired of the bullshit and protect Persia and those other countries and just start shooting them arrows out, man. Mainly towards America, but some of them is going to come south. It's going to go down south.
Yeah.
Most of them going to go all the way west, but some of them is going to go south a little distance. Okay,
They're gonna wipe that land out.
wipe that shit clean out, man.
Yep. Clean is the word.
And you're the cause of it. Okay, you causing your own demise. Really, the Most High, He already had it written. He already had it prescribed that was gonna happen to you devils anyway. Okay, but that's what it's all leading up to, man. And I don't even know what you devils done, man.
Yeah.
All right. So you're the reason why all these nations are being drawn over there towards you. Where you at? Okay. So now we can get Joel.
Joel
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3. For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations.
When He start to free us, you know what I'm saying? Because like right now, spiritually, the Lord is freeing us, starting with the elect through this knowledge, this wisdom.
And like you said earlier, Jerusalem is a people.
It's a people before it's a place.
It's like teaming is a people before it's a place. Yep.
You know, Jerusalem is all throughout the four corners and mainly here in America.
Yep.
All right. Hey, and that's why. Hey, why you think in Ezekiel, the prophecy where it says, "Go through the midst of Jerusalem and smite,"
To the
you know what I'm
midst of
saying,
the
through the
city.
midst of the city, you know, put a mark upon the men that sigh and cry for all abominations. That's talking about us, man.
Yeah. It's not a real city. It's the people.
It's the people. Go amongst the people of Israel, and then those that you see that are complaining continually before the Lord, that are out there
About the
giving
wickedness.
this devil no rest.
Yep.
Till they make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. That's not keeping silence. Those men, put that mark of exemption on them. But the rest of those that dwell in Jerusalem, the rest of them niggas,
Yep.
just kill them off.
Yep.
All right, kill it, cold kill their ass, man. All right, because it's gonna be way more Jake that don't make it into the promised land than those that do. Okay, it's gonna be more that perish than those that are delivered.
Yep. That's why I said remnant.
Only a remnant shall return, man. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Finish that.
I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will
The valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the valley of the Most High's judgment.
Yep.
All right, the valley of decision. That's where He's going to judge all you nations that are over there. That's why it's a hot spot over there, man.
Hey, because once your armies are gone, because He gonna wipe up your armies in that area. So when His army, which is elect, come back down to New Jerusalem, and we go to the motherlands, hey, we need to go in and send up y'all stuff, man. Send that on up to the house, man. Send that over so we can build out all your riches. Send that up. Matter of fact, bloop, you're an Israelite. You come up out of there. Bloop, you out of there too. We gonna gather y'all and the rest of y'all, man. Send that on up there. Get to work.
Yeah, and then you know what they doing with Trump is a so-called power move, because now that you're placing a U.S. embassy in Jerusalem, you're basically fortifying the city.
Yep.
Now you're putting the U.S. guard right over there in Israel.
He's at the door right now.
He's right at the door.
Yep.
So that's the Lord drawing the American army over there. Russia was already over there over there in Syria. The Iranians is over there in Syria.
And to fully back Israel like America's supposed to do, or like they've been saying, they have to be over there.
Yeah.
They have to establish them as that main city. Oh, we got they back. That's basically what he was saying. We got they back, so don't mess with them.
Yep.
You know, whatever they do, any attack on them, we're gonna take it as an attack on us. Always taking it to the war.
And that's why, and this is what's gonna get America in trouble with Russia.
Yep.
Because while America is gonna be over there,
I can't wait to hear what Putin said about
Netanyahu hates Iran with a passion.
Yeah, this is like
So he's gonna be using them to start coming against Iran like he's already doing. You know? And then that's when it's all that's when it's game set. Match. All right? They're gonna have to intervene, man. And then we're gonna be hearing about Russian forces clashing or opposing with U.S. forces in the land of Syria or Damascus or Lebanon or wherever up there in that area, man.
Yeah.
Golden Heights or whatever. You know? So keep going, Doc. This is all leading to the desolation of you damn devils, man.
Yep.
Go
Because
ahead, bro.
this man that spoke up,
Yeah.
that's what's going to lead to your desolation.
Yeah.
Which is fitting right into the prophecies.
Yeah.
And will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel.
He gonna plead with them. He's gonna judge them for us, for our sake. This is all for the controversy of Zion that he's doing this.
The last line I didn't read in 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, the last little, here little, there little said, how long shall this endure? Well, this is the end right here. Not much longer. This is the end. Look at what's going on. This is the end game match, end set match set, whatever you say.
Checkmate.
Yep.
Checkmate. Thank you. That's even better.
Yep.
For my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
And that's what they did. They parted his land.
Literally.
Yeah.
Now you got Palestine, Israel.
West
You know, they
Bank.
fighting for Jerusalem. Now the U.S. is saying, hey, no, Jerusalem belongs to Israel.
Yep.
So now Ishmael is upset, and now they finna go at it like that's. So this is the reason why the Lord is causing all that happening right now, man. Y'all fulfilling His will. Go ahead.
And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
And this is going into the history of what these same nations that are reportedly fighting over our land. This is what they did to the people of that land.
Yeah.
All right. Ishmael, he sold us over into the hand of Esau.
Yeah.
He got together with Ham. All right.
Then them
And then them Amalekites, they financed everything, had the boats built, and had us sent over there to over here to Babylon to serve in slavery under Esau. The Edomites over here, man.
Right.
All right.
And they knew who we were. They knew that we were the chosen people of the Lord.
Yeah.
All the nations knew that and had their hand in it. When we're the only ones that didn't know. We don't know who we are as a people. Our heritage was stripped from us. Beaten out of us in slavery, and through all of Esau's wicked ass history he puts out.
And then even in time, we forgot the customs. That's because look, the Northern Kingdom came over to the Americas, and just through time they forgot to keep them all. There's just some get lost in time. So that happened over there with the Southern Kingdom as well. Picking up the heathen customs. There's more, right?
Yep. It says you have cast lots for my people.
Oh yeah, God.
And have given a boy for a harlot. So that's talking about in captivity. Esau in particular, he turned our men into homosexuals, man.
Look.
He also made them breeders.
Yeah.
All right. So and why you think that Jake is over sexualized now?
Yep.
Because of what he did to Jake in slavery.
Yep.
All right. They're known as bed bucks.
Yep.
And our women are known as bed wenches.
Yep.
I read an article where this one Jake, he might have had like 200 and some
Kids.
offsprings. Kids, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, man. Our Jake is he was prostituting for Esau.
Yeah. And
All that shit, man.
And they would have Esau so wicked. They would have Jake be popping their wife or popping
Hey, mom.
or something like that, and Esau be sitting there watching and with like a thing to watch, like the Mandingo thing in
Mandingo,
Django.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
was
that.
gonna say
The
that
same
too.
thing,
Yep.
Yeah.
Like in a form of entertainment, like
Yeah.
a porno.
pretty much.
All right, I finish. Ye and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon,
That's talking about you Hamites. Go ahead.
and all the coast of Palestine?
And all the coast of Palestine.
Sorry.
That's Ishmael.
Yep.
Which you same heathens that's over there getting your asses kicked by them Israelis, because you're upset and angry that Jerusalem is not shared with you. because Trump went over there and muscled you and said, no, we going to establish that Jerusalem belongs to them, not you.
Yep.
Hey, but you forgot about your role, what you did to the real people of Jerusalem. All right, you sold us into these fucking devils, man. So you're paying for what you did right now. That's why every day you wake up over there on that side of the world, it's a fucking war zone.
Yeah.
Explosions every day, detonations, you know, schools and hospitals being bombed, drone strikes,
Yep.
you know.
And they say it's all connected to some terrorists.
Yeah,
Right.
mystery
Terrorists.
ghost terrorism.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Or
That's
phantom terrorists, I think
That's
is the phrase.
it all goes back to terrorism. Man. But we still fighting this war on terrorism. We still have to be in this land, you know, fighting terrorism when they're not doing what they're saying. They pillaging, they setting up their military bases, all of that, man.
They beheading people
Yeah, yeah.
on live internet TV or whatever. You know?
they're terrorizing you and then calling you terrorists.
Yep.
You know, or they're committing false flag attacks in certain countries and then blaming it on you.
So
It's
put-
Islamic State that did that.
But who gonna benefit? Who, like they say, who benefits off of that though? You and your new world order.
Yeah.
Order out of chaos.
Yep.
Yeah, keep going.
Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head?
And that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. That's why it's a lot of bloodshed over there right now. The Lord's recompensing you for what you did to Zion, man. Okay? Matter of fact, Amos 1 and 9. And then we're going to go back to that in Joel. Stay where you at, bro.
It's Amos 1, verse 9.
Stay where you at in Joel.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah.
Thus saith the Lord power, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity of Edom, and remembered not their brotherly covenant.
Yep. The Hamites, they sold us into slavery. You know? Go ahead.
But I will send a fire on the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the palace thereof.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually. It did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
Yep.
Yeah,
Back to Ezekiel
that's
35.
calm, man. And that's talking about Esau, the so-called white man. You know? And I just put up a video earlier going into the history of the violence against Judah in here in America, man. All you gonna see throughout that whole video is nothing but hatred and bloodshed, man. A long history of just straight up bloodshed and hatred, man. Hostility. You know?
And
That gotta be a recompense for that. And it will be when the real Jerusalem returns. All right. Did you read where it says
wrath forever. That's
about
what-
Gaza?
No, I didn't read it yet. That is
Verse 6.
verse 6.
Yeah, verse 6.
Amos 1 and 6. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carried away captive the whole captivity, to deliver them up to Edom.
So Gaza, which Palestine, Gaza, that's Ishmael. That's you Arabs.
Yep.
And there's no coincidence. Gaza is they over there getting jacked up for a long time over there in Gaza in the West Bank. Y'all been getting jacked up over there, man.
Major trade route through Gaza.
Yeah.
That's why them fake Jews want it. They realized they should have took that also.
Yep. Yeah, man. You know. So the Lord is bringing judgment on y'all too. Okay, and when he says that he's gonna bring a fire on all y'all, that's talking about this war. And then when Yahweh Shai comes back, he gonna personally send a fire on you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, he would the Most High he's making it to where he got all y'all gathered in one place.
Yeah.
So he could get all of you right then at once, man. You know, he want all y'all to just be right there together. So when he come back, he could just all melt you up in one setting, man.
And one major event.
Yeah.
An historical event that has never been seen ever since there was a nation on the planet.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead. Go back to Joel 3.
Joel 3 and 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
That's Esau.
Yeah.
That's Edom. All right, we just read that in Amos. That Tyre and Zidon and Palestine, Gaza.
Yep.
Y'all sold us to Edom. All right. Go ahead.
That ye might remove them far from their border.
So you're responsible for why we even ended up way over here, or way away from our land. You know, we can't see our land until Yahweh Shai comes back and deliver us, gather us, and bring us back.
Don't y'all see it no more again.
Yeah.
Part of the curse.
Now, while we were away and we were in exile, y'all tried to take it for yourselves, man. And now you see what's going on. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
Yeah, so the Lord's going to raise us out of all the places where we were sent to in captivity. And the prophecies tell you that we were sent from, we were scattered from one end of the earth to the other. We all over, man. All right? The Lord ain't going, and the Lord is not going to stop in Vatican City and pick up some elect over there.
Right.
For you clowns out there. All right? He's going to gather us. Majority of us is going to come from the Western Hemisphere.
That's right.
All right? The main deliverance is out of Babylon the Great.
Yeah.
Which is America, man.
Where Judah and Israel were oppressed together.
This is where we were both kingdoms were oppressed together here, man. You know?
Only time that
the two kingdoms, the two countries were a possession. That was Esau taking possession over us here in America, man. And simultaneously, the land of Israel, the actual land.
Yep.
The north and the south, man. Esau got all that sold up.
Okay.
All right? Go ahead, bro.
And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it.
Yep, and we're gonna be getting your sons and daughters, man. They're gonna work for us. Go ahead.
Proclaim ye among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men.
This is that war. This is the war being stirred up as we speak, man. Prepare for war, man. We got America over there. You got China over there. You got Russia over there. You got Iran over there. All right. You got those northern African countries, them Hamites over there. All right. Everybody is over there right now. And then we can't forget about the Koreans.
Yeah, China too. Yep.
Okay, North Korea is over there. All right. So it's hot. Okay, you got the small countries, professing themselves and sticking their chest out because, they've been working on their nuclear arsenals, building up their military and their military weapons. Test firing rockets and missiles, ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Lil Kim talking about, we got America in range.
Little Kim. Yeah.
So this is where it all is getting to, man. This is what it's reaching. because eventually them arrows will fly.
They won't miss.
And they will not miss, because the Lord is going to be with those missiles, man. Because the Lord is with that destruction. Okay? Go ahead.
Prepare war, wake up the mighty. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares and swords, and your pruning hooks into shears, spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
And that's what you're seeing. That's why Iran is making bold moves, as well as North Korea. All right, 2 small nations, but they're making big moves, man. They're making declarations.
Because before, America was the only one that had this technology and had the big military. These other countries, you know, they, even though like North Korea, they had to starve their people out, but they right where they want to be, far as being a nuclear power, being able to stand up along with, you know,
sacrifice.
Yeah, they had to sacrifice along with the other countries, Russia, China, all those countries that America's had their foot on their neck for all this time. They like I said, like the scripture just said, let the weak say I am strong.
And when they're talking about the agriculture, it's funny, it directly goes to North Korea, because their agriculture was their food. So they gave up their food to become instruments of war, to put it into their military.
Yeah. And they had no choice.
Yeah.
Because America was over
got wiped
there,
out.
big bad bully.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they hate you. They hate America to this day, man. Even the little children are being taught the history of what happened to their people, man.
Yep.
You know?
And the only people that's really pro-America is these idiots living here, and you know, these other small alliances that you know, America has with these other countries. But you
can just the people that want to be here.
Yeah, exactly. You go to these other countries and they know you American, they look at you like you ain't shit.
And you're the dumbest people on the planet. The most arrogant.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither, because thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
And that's the whole agenda of the Most High, is to get all these nations where he want them, so when he comes back, he find them right there and ready to get threshed. Okay?
What's that?
Thresh their ass right out of there. All right? Take the kingdom, wear those crowns on his head. All right? Gather his elect, and go around and just regulate and put everything in order, man.
In righteous order.
And righteousness. When that moment happens, that's when it's going to be a new heaven and a new earth. All right? Because that's what he's coming back for, man. A new heaven and a new earth. It's going to take for him to destroy these nations before he could do that. And that's what the Battle of Armageddon is all about, man. All right? We support whatever war is getting ready to happen. We support it, man.
Yep.
You all for it?
Hey, I'm glad Trump did what he did, man.
Yeah.
Call Lord Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. You know? Yeah, the Most High, he's working on the minds of these rulers, man.
The Most High rules in the kingdom.
He rules in the kingdom of men. This is his chessboard. This is his stage.
Yep.
Okay? He's moving all the players around, you know, for a major event, man. All right? We got to sit, our job is to sit back and watch it, as well as report it, prophesy it, man.
Yep.
Tell our people to get their asses right, man. You don't see all this going down right now? You know? You got to be circumspect, man.
Yep.
You know? But if you ain't watching, if you call yourself a man of the Lord, you an Israelite, but you ain't watching, you ain't gonna know that all this is happening right now.
Yep. If you ain't occupied in prophecy, you're not gonna see it. Hey, because a lot of Israelite groups don't even talk about the elect or salvation, man.
Nope.
being rescued out of America. They don't even talk about that.
And to those Jakes that say it'll never happen in my time, nigga, it's happening in your time right now.
Yeah, fast. You know.
The scripts say all these things are going to be fulfilled in this generation,
Yep.
and then the end shall come. So we got to witness it, you know.
Think about it like this. Apostles really got the big first fruits, and like everybody that's coming into this thing starting 07, 08, right? Well, it ain't even been, what is it, 10 years now? Just coming around 10 years? And that this much has gone to come to pass in 10 years? That's fast, man. It usually takes hundreds of years for these things to finally transition into what it is. But this is happening damn near overnight.
That's what it is in the Most High's time.
Yep.
He said 1,000 years is as a day, and a day is as 1,000 years. So this is just a couple of seconds.
Yeah,
He's shortening the days for the elect's sake. Yeah. No. Yeah, let finish off.
Verse 13, Joel 3 and 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great.
Yeah, it's ready.
That's why the Lord got that. That it's gonna be a threshing, a great threshing, man. All right. Matter of fact, I think it was that Revelation, the 14th chapter, where it goes into it, like 14 and 15. That's talking about Yahweh Shai coming back, man.
I got it.
You know, and the earth is well overdue, man, because there's so much wickedness that went down on the earth.
Yeah, there you go right there. Sure.
You know what I'm saying? What them gutter rasting did to the land, you know, destroying and defiling and polluting the Holy Land, all the witchcraft, you know, all the blood drinking and the orgy parties and
The
sacrificing, all the crazy shit, man, that you're doing on the earth. All your sorcery being performed on the people's minds. Now, what's the reason why everybody is so jacked up and got so many demonic spirits and energy all on them? You know, the reason why our people are fucked up. You know, everybody wants to. Everything is abnormal now.
Yep.
You're normalizing abnormal activity and behavior. You know, pretty soon everybody's gonna be down with your artificial intelligence. You're gonna try to chip everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so the amount of wickedness is gonna already be fulfilled, and that's when Yahweh Shai is gonna come back. You know, the sins that reached unto heaven.
Yeah.
You know, them hurtful works are fulfilled. That's when he's gonna pop up, and he's gonna let loose. All right. Yeah, you could get that in Revelation.
It's Revelation 14.
Start like around maybe
14, maybe?
Yeah, 14.
It's Revelation 14 and 14. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle.
It's talking about Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe.
Yep.
And he said that sat on the cloud.
Let me say this real quick. When you're talking about the harvest is ripe, everything that the big plan of the Most High, the climax of the movie, is pretty much ready. All the pieces are set in place for the big event to go down. It's all ready.
Yeah. The Lord he's separating the sheep from the goats.
Yeah, it's that same harvest.
Now that's the harvest.
The tares and the wheat.
He's separating the sheep from the goats, the tares from the wheat.
Yep.
And then those that are of the sheep, that are of the wheat, they're gonna be delivered and they're gonna be brought to the kingdom. The others,
we bound them up.
They're gonna get bound up and they're gonna be cast into the fire, man.
Yep.
That's that great destruction.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Isaiah 66, Isaiah 65, Isaiah 63. All them chapters in Isaiah have not been fulfilled yet.
Right.
All those chapters are all talking about the day of the Lord when Yahweh Shai comes back.
Yep.
And the amount of killing he's gonna be doing. With those chariots, with the white man call it so-called UFO.
Do not the script say it's gonna be up to the horse's
I
bridle.
think
I was
thinking
he's about to come up.
Okay. 'Cause,
That's why it said it's. Go ahead and read it. It's best to read it.
Revelation 14 and 16. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in the sickle of the earth, and the earth was reaped.
Yep.
And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe.
Yep.
And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of Yahweh.
That's that wine press, the same wine press in Isaiah 63. Who is this that coming out of Edom, out of Mount Basra, Basra, with dyed garments, man. You know, he trod in the wine press alone. Same event. Go ahead.
And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress,
Yep.
even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs.
Yeah, that ain't no puddle, man. All right. It's not gonna even be a blood bath. It's gonna be like a
blood jacuzzi.
A blood lake.
Yes.
slaughtering.
All right.
Slaughterhouse.
That's what it's gonna be, man.
The heathen genocide.
Yeah. Literally. It's gonna be a literal heathen. It's gonna be a heathen Holocaust.
Yep.
All right. It's gonna be one big sacrifice. All right. Like you sacrifice lambs and goats.
Yep. Bullocks.
And bullocks. That's what the Lord is likening your destruction to a big sacrifice, man. You read that in Isaiah the 34th chapter, where it says it shall rain down upon all Idumea, and then the heavens is gonna be rolled together as a scroll. That's that sacrifice, man.
That's that smoke.
That's that
the
smoke
sweet
going
savor
up. That's that
of the
savor.
sacrifice.
Yeah, that's
gonna
that
go-
savor, man.
Yep. To put the
That
Most High-
savor is gonna please the Lord, man.
It's gonna cleanse His people Israel with that sweet savor.
Yep. Yeah, you was that it, right? You can go back to Joel, finish that. Somebody was still in Joel.
Oh, kind of. Joel 3 and I'll start at 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for an harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full and the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great.
Their fats overflow.
Yep.
That's a lot of fat, man. And that smoke of all your sins and wickedness, it's gonna just go up, man.
Yep.
Babylon, Babylon, it be having the greatest amount of wickedness.
Yep.
That's why the smoke is gonna go up forever, and which really ain't gonna be for eternity,
Right.
but it's gonna go up for so fucking long, man.
Yep.
It's gonna
That's
be
how
fire.
great the wickedness was here in America.
God, it's gonna be fires for years like this.
Yep.
Still going.
Yeah, you know, and nobody's gonna put it out. It's gonna go away naturally on its own.
It's got to burn all the way down.
It has to cleanse it all out, all the wickedness.
Yeah, man.
All right, verse 14. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
And we hastening that day, man. Somebody get 2 Peter 3. That's gonna be that day, man. That day is gonna burn like an oven. All right. And then when this day happens, then you're gonna see the real Jerusalem. All right, the new Jerusalem. Second Peter 3 and like around I think maybe 10, 11.
2 Peter 3 and 11.
Well, you
10.
yeah, 10.
2 Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
So like go to 9.
3 and 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to us.
Because He promised He would do all of this and fulfill all of this. And he's doing it. We just watched another prophecy come to pass.
Yep.
The least shall draw out the flock. Go ahead.
But his long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Talking about Israel.
Done.
All Israel. He want all Israel to repent, even though all of them are not going to do it. All right, go ahead.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
It's that same day, the day of the threshing. All right, you're going to come with that sickle. All right, the harvest is ripe. And that's talking about the same day. The valley of Jehoshaphat. He coming from Basra with dyed garments. You know, that's all. This is the same day, man. Go ahead.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yep.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
All of America's gonna get burnt up. Parts of Russia gonna get burnt up. The land of Israel is gonna get burnt up. You read that in Ezekiel the 39th chapter, because it says that he's gonna basically smite the bow out of Magog's hand and let it fall upon the land of Israel.
Yeah.
So that means that Russia is gonna send a few arrows down to Israel and destroy that bitch, man.
Yeah. Gotta be cleansed.
All right, and then that fire is gonna get put out, so y'all can
get back to work.
so y'all can get to work, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yeah, and that's what it's gonna be, man. We're gonna look for a new heaven and earth, because this earth right here, the heavens is gonna be dissolved. Esau's rulership is gonna finally be dethroned. Okay, it's gonna be the end of Esau and the beginning of Jacob.
Yeah.
All right. Then begin the real world. All right, the world of Israel. Okay, the uninterrupted rule without end. We're gonna reign forever and ever, man. And we got to have ever worry about no fucking heathens taking our land from us, man, ruling over us. Everything is gonna go back to its rightful order.
The earth is going to rejoice.
The earth, the trees, everything is gonna rejoice, man. Because the earth, Jerusalem, is mourning right now, man. You know, it's crying out for us. Jerusalem wants us back. That land wants his people back. His people back, man. You know, the Lord's not gonna bless it until we get over there.
I got some.
Somebody get a Revelation 3 and 12, and then Revelation 21. We're gonna close out with that.
Come. This is Isaiah chapter 14. I'm gonna start at verse. Should I start at the top of this, Isaiah 14, or should I just jump to the main points?
Just get to the point.
Let's go to verse. Where do you go? Verse 5. Matter of fact, verse 4 says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased. That's America, the golden city. The Lord Yahweh has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruleth the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Right? You said it's going, when the king of heaven, everything's going to be good. Yep. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us.
You know, that's a twofold scripture too, because the Lord compares us to us as trees.
Yep.
Yep. And you know, it goes into actual trees too, because the earth is mourning right now, like we were just saying. Go ahead, Art.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down to verse 15. It said, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They shall see thee, so like they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, and did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. And that was pretty much the point, because once this man's taken down, man, it's going to be just a beautiful thing. Life is going to go back to the way it's supposed to be. Nobody's going to come up against us or anything. No other nation's going to be like, well, let's try to take the land of Israel.
Oh, Isaiah 2. Isaiah, the 2nd chapter.
Mm-hmm. You know, there ain't going to be none of that. And this man's going to whisper away like vapor in a breeze, man.
Yeah. He shall fly away as a dream of the night.
Yeah.
Got Isaiah the 2nd chapter real quick. Because this is what y'all gonna have to deal with when the Lord makes this a new heaven and a new earth.
Yeah, because
which means a new ruler. It's gonna be the new sheriff is in town.
Right.
The new rulers are back, man. Which really are supposed to were the original rulers of the planet Earth.
Right.
They were supposed to be the true rulers of the planet.
We were never supposed to taste the cup, man. To take a swig of that cup, but we have surely drunk.
It's Isaiah 2:2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Yep.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye.
And nations ain't flocking to it now. They tearing shit up because they mad that one nation is in possession of it.
Yep,
when the real Israelites come there, everybody's gonna want to come to Jerusalem. That's when everybody's gonna come to Jerusalem and actually bow down and praise and worship.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, everybody that's over there, they doing their own thing.
Yep.
Ishmael's over there doing his Islamic shit. The Gutterites over there practicing Judaism and following that Babylonian Talmud. And you got Christianity over there. And then you got homosexuals over there. And you got women doing slut walks. So there's all type of shit going on over there, man. Everybody hate Israel right now. Yep. But when the real Israelites get back in power and they come back into the land, then that's when we gonna get praise over there in the land. All right? Go ahead, bro.
It says, Come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Most High, Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways.
Yep.
And we will walk in his paths.
Uh-huh.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks.
Yep.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
And that's the main, and that's it. The battle of Armageddon or World War III is gonna be the last war fought on the earth.
It's gonna be a slaughter.
You know.
Also.
Yeah. You know. And we ain't, like the brother was saying, we ain't got to worry about you heathens trying to take up arms and try to plot to get your rulership, get back on top. That ain't gonna happen.
And they down. God must not be dealing with. That ain't going down no more.
That ain't gonna happen, man. All the weapons of war is gonna be put out the earth, man.
Mm-hmm. Cause they ain't gonna mean nothing, man. When spiritual power and the chariots technology come through, ain't gonna mean nothing.
You could have 1,000 guns. They can't do shit with them.
Yeah, swords ain't gonna. None of that's gonna mean nothing.
No, you're gonna turn your weapons into instruments of agriculture.
Yeah. To come bring the first fruits to us.
Yeah.
For real.
We're gonna get rid of all them fucking AKs and assault rifles. You're gonna get shovels.
That's why they're gonna look at Esau.
You're gonna get rakes.
That's why
plows.
That's why when they look at Esau in the field, they're gonna be like, "This was the man that shook kingdoms. This is that guy that did that. That made the wilderness desolate. Wow." This slowly, dude.
You're gonna have to get used to not having a gun in your hand and having
work gloves and
work gloves in your hand.
They ain't gonna have no gloves.
Right. We want the blisters,
yeah,
right?
Blisters, all that, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna get foot. In
Matter of
their
fact, you're gonna get used to doing hands-on labor, man.
Yeah.
Without the machinery.
Yeah.
Cause all the machinery that was made by us.
Yeah.
'Cause we was doing all the work, and we made the machinery to
Make it
easier.
We kept bringing more and more issue on us.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be using the new technology to build up our kingdom,
Don't need
man.
no tractors.
Yeah, none of that shit, man.
You gonna be the plow like we was the plow.
Yeah. The same farm tools that we use, you gonna use, man. You gonna use every sweat that trickles down your face, man.
I can't wait to get them. You know, in them devils that's going into them bunkers. Y'all gonna be the first ones that's gonna go into slavery. You know, I don't give a shit how old you are.
Yep.
Lord, you know, I'm gonna make sure your heart stay alive to you. 200. I don't give a fuck if you got one leg. Your ass gonna work.
I gotta tell y'all,
Damn gutter rats.
brother Daniel in LA, man. First time I heard him say this was the fun. We gonna have even little baby shackles
Yep.
on your little babies, man. But for real, get your little ass to work out there. Pick up rice or something. You gonna do something.
Your ass gonna get the work.
Pick fruit off the ground, gather rocks, something. We gonna do something.
Because and it was gonna be righteous because that's the same thing they did to our babies. Alligator bait,
Yep.
and who knows what else the wicked ass Esau has done to
Stuff that wasn't put on.
Yes,
right?
that wasn't put on. It wasn't put in. They put it in the scriptures where Antiochus was hanging our babies by the neck for and the women too for circumcising them.
Yep.
Yeah, so get ready for this, man. That's the new world. That's the new world, the new world order.
Revelation.
All right, Revelation 21. We're gonna close out with that. Look forward to that. That's gonna be the new world for you heathens, man.
Oh, that's
You want to start one or
Huh?
where you want to start one?
Yeah, start at the top.
Okay, this is Revelation 21 at the top. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away,
You just
That's
call
the
on
world of Esau. Go ahead.
and there was no more sea. And I John saw the holy city, New Jerusalem.
New Jerusalem.
Yep.
All right, the real Jerusalem.
It's
The
not.
people.
It's not dirt
Yeah.
and stone and wood. It ain't that, man. It's the people
Yeah.
in a glorious state. And it's going. What's funny as it continues on, it's going to tell you it's talking about people. Go ahead. Because how you going to dress a city as a bride? But you can dress a people up as a bride, though.
Well, real quick, Revelation 3, and I'll get it real fast. We're gonna close
I'm there.
out.
What do you want?
3:21. 12.
This Revelations 3:12. Him that overcometh, will I make a pillar in the temple of the Most High of my power, Salah. And he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of the heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name.
That's it. I'll go back to
That's right.
21 and 2.
It says, and I John saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
And who was the bride? Yahweh Shai.
That's right. The groom.
I mean, Salakia, the
Right.
groom is Yahweh Shai, the bride is Israel,
Yep.
the elect. All right, go ahead.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men.
It's with men. Okay.
Puts it right into perspective of it being people, not
It's with men.
Not the. Because Christians say they're going the city gonna float on clouds. It ain't that.
No,
Man.
they're talking about the men. The men, the 144,000 men.
Extraterrestrial.
12,000 out of each tribe, man.
You're gonna come back.
And they coming in their glory.
Yep.
Extraterrestrial, celestial, and terrestrial bodies.
Yep.
Which really they're celestial, extraterrestrial, man.
Yep.
That's that chain. That's that immortal body that the Lord promised us, man.
Yep. Glory.
Glory. Go ahead.
And they shall be, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them, and be their power.
Go ahead.
And the Most High shall wipe away all their tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
And that's and the curses are erased.
Man.
All right. Can't wait. That's what we're hastening for, man. That's what we're hastening for as concerning the day of the Lord, man. That's why we hastening for the day of the Lord to redeem us out of this condition, out of these curses. All right, we having to go out there every week and deal with our hard-headed ass people, man. Seeing how lost they are, how wicked they are, how low they become. When this goes down, man, we ain't gonna have to teach Israelite. The least of them shall know. He said you ain't gonna have to teach your neighbor, for everybody shall know. Shall know. From the least to the greatest, man. That's what we waiting on. We can't wait to get the hell up out of here, man.
That's right. If you ain't trying to get up out of here, man, what the hell is you doing? Get the hell up out the way.
Ain't you ready for rule, man?
Jake don't know how to rule.
Jake don't have they don't have that ruling class mentality, man. They want to continue to be niggas.
Yeah.
Here in America, man. Life is way more greater than a fucking Xbox, a PS4.
Right. You're gonna get to live that. Yeah, you're gonna get to live. You're gonna be high like that in righteousness. All the senses that are of these drugs and whatever else that you.
It's just carnal shit, man.
Yeah, man. Your mind really gonna be like that.
We're gonna be dealing with the spirit. The spirit is gonna be on us 24/7, man. Mm-hmm. Spiritual power, man.
You'll never fall out of the spirit.
We talking about things that are eternal, man. Not things that are temporal, man. Life is more greater than a big booty slut, man. All right. Some goddamn Federal Reserve notes. Even the Rothschilds ain't doing it right, man.
Right. You brothers,
So with that, we're gonna wrap up the stream. Lord willing, you brothers were edified. Shalom, Rakatham to all you brothers that tuned in.
So it's about 6 viewers on this channel.
Khan. Hey, Yahweh Shem Shalom to you brothers.
Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Hey, brothers, keep pushing, man. We almost up out of here. Y'all see what's going on, man.
Another prophecy.
Right? Yeah, another prophecy. So hey, we ain't got no excuses to be holding back, man.
Can I say this? If your faith ain't built up or isn't built up at this point, seeing this many prophecies come to pass and with us getting this close, you need to check if you're being in faith, right?
It really ain't for you.
It's probably not for you. If you're not rejoicing at the fact that we're getting closer and closer every day, that the Most High's promise is coming to pass.
Yeah. That's right, man. So with that, we're gonna close. We're gonna give all praises to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
We're gonna say double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
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 You got that one?